of epidermis about black. Ray Black, Justinian, no one left to die. The first black pandemic, 541 to 549 AD, was the first old world pandemic of black. So this is the picture of Saint-Sebastian pleased with Jesus for the life of a grave digger afflicted by black during the Black of Justinian in the Middle Age. What is Black Justinian? The Justinian Black dubbed the Black Death, named after Justinian I, ruler of the Byzantine Empire, began to occur in 541 AD. After an outbreak in Central Asia, the disease spread to Egypt before reaching Istanbul, then Constantinople, and then spreading to the rest of continental Europe. After that, a series of epidemics continued to break out again and again over 200 years, resulting in the wiping out of 20% of the population and contributing to the break of the Byzantine Empire. The spread of the Black Death in Europe, North Africa, and the Near East in 1346 to 1353. The name of the disease is bubonic plague. The death estimated from 75 to 200 million people. So this is the years 1346, the years from 1353, so it's 8 years. It is caused by the bacterium Yersinia pestis. Humans usually get black after being bitten by a rodent flea that is carrying the black bacterium or by handling an animal infected with black. Black is infamous for killing millions of people in Europe during the Middle Ages. So this is the picture of the book, The Black Death and the End of Medieval Society. So the Black Death in Europe is affect a lot in society, economic, culture, political environment, everything in medical field. So even they talk about it a lot until now. We can see in the picture of the art. And a black doctor was a physician who treated victims of bubonic plague during epidemics, mainly in the 16th and 17th centuries. These physicians were hired by cities to treat infected patients, regardless of income, especially the poor that could not afford to pay. So this is the picture, and they had to wear like that. The black doctor, I can see the scalpel for the opening of pupils. The first to figure out how to stop the black, Alexandra Yersin, 1863 to 1943, born in Switzerland, was the discoverer of the bacterium that causes black. June 5th, 1894, he was sent on a mission and reaching Hong Kong. The black had already caused 100,000 deaths in Canton that year. And in June 20th, 1894, he isolated the black Bacillus Yersinia pestis, which bears his name. So this is a picture. The bacterium that causes the blacks is a rock shape. So this is a rock shape of the black. Transmission that is spread by the flea that live on the black grass. Once infected patients can only live about 60 to 180 hours. So very short days. The Black Death is the name of the plague that occurred in Asia and Europe during the 14th century, culminating in 1346 to 1351, with the death toll in Asia and Europe being about 75 to 200 million. This is considered one of the deadliest pandemics in human history. So we can see the picture of the Black Death, even its effect to the art too. So the incubation period is typically 1 to 6 days. Black illness has 3 possible clinical presentations. Pneumonic, that's the most common. The pneumonic or septicemic. Infectious agent, Yersinia pestis, the causative organism for black. It is a gram-negative Coccobacillus. So this is the picture of the Black Death Yersinia pestis. We can see cell membrane, cytoplasm, ribosome, chromosomal DNA, cell wall. Epidemiology Black is pandemic to rural area in Central and Southern Africa, especially Eastern Democratic Republic of the Congo, Northwestern Uganda and Madagascar, part of the Southwestern United States, the northeastern part of South America, Central Asia, and the Indian. So this is for the modern, but in the past is around the world, in the Europe. What are the 3 types of Black Death? Form of black, pneumonic black. The incubation period of the pneumonic black is usually 2 to 8 days. Septicemic black. The incubation period of the septicemic black is poorly defined, but likely occur within days of exposure. The pneumonic black. The incubation period of pneumonic black is usually just 1 to 3 days. So these very short days. So this is the symptom of pneumonic black. Fever, systemic fever, central headache, malaise, lymph node here, swelling, pus, exudation, bleeding, gastric, nausea, vomiting, joy here, pain, ache. So what is the pneumonic black? It gets its name from the swollen lymph nodes, pupils, caused by the disease. The nodes in the armpits, groin, and neck can become as large as eggs and can ooze pus. This is the symptom of pneumonic black. It is happen in lungs are infected. So the systemic fever right here, central headache, respiratory right here, cough, hemostasis, dyspnea, chest pain, and muscular weakness. So the picture is black cycle in the United States. Respiratory droplet spread to primarily black pneumonia. The secondary pneumonic black. So it's from animal to human. What happens when you get septicemic black? Septicemic black, patient develop fever, chills, extreme weakness, abdominal pain, shock, and possibly bleeding into the skin and other organs. Skin and other tissues may turn black and die, especially on fingers, toes, and nose. Septicemic black occurs when black bacteria multiply in the blood. So very dangerous and very high percent death. So this is the septicemic black. Pneumonia is the most common, but this is rarely. Septicemic plague is very rare, but very high death. And this is the picture how plague is transmitted from rodents to fleas, humans, fleas living under rodents, flea get infected, so and then it's transferred to humans. So Pupanis, most common. Septicemic is secondary to Pupani. Pneumonitis, most deadly, human to human via air droplets. So it is most deadly pneumonitis, but the high, very high deadly is septicemic, but very rare. And it is the first pneumonitis in the Middle Age. It happened in the Middle Age. Treatment. People with plague need to be treated right away. If treatment is not received within 24 hours, when the first symptoms occur, the risk for death increases. Antibiotics such as streptomycin, gentamicin, doxycycline, or ciprofloxacin are used to treat plague. Oxygen intravenous fluids and respiratory support are usually also needed. People with pneumonia plague must be kept away from other patients, and isolation procedure will be followed in the hospital. People who have had contact with anyone infected by pneumonia plague should be watched carefully and given antibiotics as a preventive measure. Prevention. Preventive measures include informing people when zoonotic plague is present in their environment and advising them to take precautions against flea bites and not to handle animal carcasses. Generally, people should be advised to avoid direct contact with infected body fluids and tissues when handling potentially infected patients and collecting specimens. Standard precautions should apply. How to manage plague outbreaks. Find and stop the source of infection, protect health workers, ensure correct treatment, isolate patients with pneumonic plague, surveillance, obtain specimens, disinfection, ensure safe burial practices. And it's the timeline for the plague. So the plague happened from the BC to AD until now. The bubonic plague or Black Death may have originated in ancient Egypt, according to a new study. Does the plague still exist? Yes, plague still exists. It's most common in parts of Africa, but a few cases are reported in Asia, South America, and US every year. According to US Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the Whole World Organization tallies as many as 3,000 plague cases each year around the world. So the plague that is happened from BC until now. And this is the source. I searched a lot of this. So the Black Death is happened around the world, in the first world, the old world, and the modern world. Thank you so much.